Hi, church. It's Emma Seamone speaking to you on behalf of the Ecological Justice Working Group. This year we wanted to do something a little bit different, and instead of telling you what the church and the rest of the world is doing to inspire care for creation, we thought we might gather together the things that we have been doing within our regions in order to help steward God's creation. Andrea writes, a couple years ago, the children and youth at Rest River United Church in Cornwall, PEI, completed this upcycled art project. The congregation was asked to bring in bottle caps from home instead of throwing them out. The young people then sorted the caps by color, agreed on an image, and then drew and painted it on a large piece of heavy-duty cardboard that was rescued from the recycle pile. Then began the process of gluing the caps on to form the image you see here. It's now on display in our church as a vibrant art piece. It reminds us not only of the creative possibilities with upcycling materials instead of sending them to a landfill, but of how we all have a responsibility to care for God's creation. We are reminded that we are all created in God's image, regardless of our race, ethnicity, status, religion, or other differences. One bottle cap at a time, we can make a difference and have a visible impact on our world. Just watched was a video from St. Andrews United about their efforts. On Earth Sunday, Windsor United invited in a group from St. Mary's. Let's learn more.
Food waste costs Canada over $100 billion annually, yet 4 million Canadians are food insecure. Two complex problems with one simple solution. Enactus St. Mary's has created Square Roots, a two-tiered project that solves a two-part problem. First, the bundle. We sell 10 pounds of produce to food insecure families. It's a subscription-based service that uses social pricing. $5 for those in need, with $10 and $20 options to help support the community. Bundles feature imperfect produce, fruits and vegetables that look a little different but are perfectly good to eat. Second, the token program. We created a cashless currency that involves the exchange of tokens for restaurant meals. We charge $5 for a token and create meals with unused restaurant ingredients. Tokens can be given to those in need, while revenue is generated for the restaurant using food that would otherwise be thrown out. Since February, we have diverted 7,300 pounds of food waste and helped feed over 1,000 people. By using food waste as a solution to food insecurity, Square Roots really is as simple as it sounds.
For the love of creation. Canadian faith bodies and faith-based organizations have a long history of work in ecological conservation, environmental activism, and advocacy for climate justice. In 2019, a group of churches and faith-based organizations came together on a journey of reflection, dialogue, and discernment on how we could deepen our collective action on climate change and make meaningful contributions to the climate movement over the next decade. For the Love of Creation was launched to mark the 50th anniversary of Earth Day in 2020. The For the Love of Creation website has many different tools, including guides to lead kitchen table discussions around climate change for beginners and those who have a little bit more knowledge, and even the experts. And it also includes a space for personal pledges. And as we can see here, on April the 18th at First United Church in Musquodoboit Harbor, Nova Scotia, the Reverend Joan Griffin and Jeannie Manning Strite are holding their For the Love of Creation personal pledge cards after celebrating Earth Sunday in the service. First United has been participating in the For the Love of Creation Faith in Action campaign, learning more about climate change, making pledges to reduce household emissions, and writing letters to key cabinet ministers. You can join the movement. For the Love of Creation is encouraging churches to engage in advocacy between February the 17th, 2021, or Ash Wednesday, until October the 4th of 2021, the Feast of St. Francis of Assisi, and the end of our traditional season of creation. And so all of us can be involved in this special ecumenical campaign. More and more of our churches are using the sun to power them, like we see here during a solar installation at St. Luke's in Tantallon. We have so far to go, and we have such ambitious goals. We're partnering to make those goals a reality.
Across the planet, the climate crisis is growing. It's a pressing issue that requires urgent action. The hopeful news? We can see the shift towards a low-carbon future starting to happen. The United Church of Canada is committing to reducing our carbon emissions by 80% by 2050, in line with the Paris climate targets. We're partnering with Faith in the Common Good to launch Faithful Footprints, providing tools and grants that support congregations to meet that target. The energy used to light and heat United Church buildings is one of our largest sources of carbon emissions, and it's also one of our biggest expenses. So our first focus will be to engage with 500 congregations by 2025 to improve the energy efficiency of their buildings and to share lessons they can take into their homes and workplaces.
Through doing a whole building energy audit, we've realized how much we are just polluting unnecessarily, and ways that we can save not only money, but to cut down our carbon dioxide emissions.
The income from the solar system would pay for the solar installation itself in 8 years, and over the remaining 25 years of their loan would pay for the new steel roof that they installed and the repairs to the eaves. The solar income really adds to the bank account of the church.
We recognize that to bring truly inspiring climate leadership to our communities, we must first put our own house in order. Together, we can renew our congregations, care for the planet, save money, and stop climate pollution. Faithful Footprints is about living our climate commitments for future generations and for all of creation. Find out more and get your congregation involved at faithfulfootprints.org.
just saw a video from Rockingham United, and here they are cleaning up the trash on Earth Day. There are so many different ways that we are working to leverage our resources and find our own way to save the climate, right for our own community and our own church.
We at Sackville United Church, an affirming ministry of the United Church of Canada that seeks to welcome and make room at the table for everyone, are so grateful to have had the opportunity to partner with the Faithful Footprint program of the United Church of Canada. Through this partnership, we have been able to reduce both our carbon footprint and our energy consumption. In 2019 and into 2020, we were able to replace all 26 windows in the building and install 2 rooftop heat pumps. We continue to work with other leaders in the community to support the engagement of young people in action for climate justice. This work is now being supported by the Vision Fund of the United Church of Canada. We hope that many more communities of faith around our region will join us in making climate action a priority in living out their mission in their neighborhoods.
As Sackville United shows, we have so many projects currently going on. And at the same time, we have so many projects that have just begun. The Reverend Jack Spencer writes, "The Kensington United Church in PEI has worked over the years to try and reduce our energy usage and make our building more efficient. In the last decade, insulation has been upgraded throughout our sanctuary and hall, LED lights have been placed in most areas, furnaces have been upgraded, and programmable thermostats have been installed where feasible. But there is still more work to do, and one of our dreams was to replace the 9 large windows in our hall, to add heat pumps to that area, and replace 2 of the exterior doors. Quotes cost were about $44,000, and we could not see a way to meet such a cost until we learned of the United Church's Faithful Footprints program. Working with the Faithful Footprint, we were able to develop a proposal that was approved just a few weeks ago in April, and we will receive a grant of $29,361.57 to help us carry out this project. With help from the PEI government's heat pump rebate program and a donation from our local credit union, this project will become a reality. 2 heat pumps will be installed in our hall and 1 in our kitchen this coming week, and before the end of the year, 9 new windows and 2 exterior doors will be installed. Our thanks to the wider church for their generous support of this project." Your Ecological Justice Working Group is so proud and so happy to see all of the work that we're doing, and we know that we can continue to do so much more. We hope that this video inspires you to pick up a certain part of the climate justice cause and carry it forward. As the church, we can be prophetic during this time. And if you need any help, your Ecological Justice Working Group is always here for you.